Okay, hello dear friends. Here is Haggin's museum, and I am in front of a piece of painting by William Keys. Okay, I will tell you the story about this museum, and since I am in front of this piece of beautiful painting, we will do this painting first. So here is Haggin's museum. It's actually a family museum. A rich family donated and put their collection for public to view and donated to build a museum. And so their collection is on display permanently, although it's on a rotating base. And it's a rich family. Later we will talk about the story of the family. And they lived in America and they lived in Paris, in France, Paris. So in this museum, there is a big collection of French artists' work also. So this piece of painting is by William Keys, and I checked with the museum docent. She said they have one piece of William Keys, which is this one. And as we talked so much about William Keys, this painting was done in 1879. And you can see this is relatively the peak artistic expression age, or his peak years of his artistic production. The painting was large, about 3 feet by 2 feet or something like it. It was a large piece of painting with dramatic coloring and very powerful strokes. As much as detail, it was not the most detailed work. I'm sorry to be so bravely to say it, or so audaciously to say it, but relatively, this really has a lot of power. This piece of painting has a lot of power through its naive, native, and intuitive stroke works. So you can see the water reflections, and you can see roughly, not so detailed actually, not too detailed, but it really brings a lot of power in this painting. You see the color contrast, and here the color is not immediately blended into. It looks a little bit abruptly put on it. When you see the detail and when you go very close, sometimes we see too close, we lost the vision and we lost the whole picture of it. If we see from further away, actually it shows stronger of its color and of its light and the glittering light. Maybe that is a piece of a mineral rock. And as I was looking at this, there was one young family here, and the dad asked her daughter, "Do you think this is sunrise or sunset?" Actually, this was exactly what I was debating. Was this sunrise or sunset? And the daughter said sunset. And that was, I originally thought this was sunset, but since Dad bring up the question, it actually bring me to think about it. What is the reason that I validate my opinion of sunset. Usually when the sun is rising up, the weather is cold. After a whole night of darkness, the weather is usually cold and the color is relatively cooler. But this painting, you can see from a general, but this painting, just some new kids came, and today is a Saturday free day, so there are a lot of people here. The museum is really active. Oh, I come back. But this painting, you can see it's relatively warm and soft. There is a feel of warmth, and the color is relatively acid, or relatively warm, relatively reddish, instead of those cold blue color. And the layer of color seems very much softened through the warm heat from the mountain. You see the mountain edge, a kind of little bit of this warmth, as if after the sunshine, after the sun shining the whole day, and the mountain heat start to evaporating. And can we see it clearly? Can we get that feeling? The mountain is evaporating or steaming, like this kind of little things. I think only in the evening, in the afternoon, after a warm day, it can have this effect. And the cloud is colorful, varied, and the tree seems tender and soft because of the whole day's warmth. It does not feel that suddenly from overnight coldness, the tree was very rigid. It looks soft. What do you think? This is what I see this painting. And this painting is called Mount Tamalpais. It's in north of San Francisco, Mill Valley, and that area. So I often pass through this. It's a magic mountain. It's beautiful, and the shape is very tender. There are a lot of legends and stories and fairy tales about this mountain. Another time, when I go there, maybe we will do a story about it, about a love story. And William Keys was a long time friend of his fellow Scotsman, John Muir. They travel very often, they went hiking very often, and here is a picture of proof. So this is, let's see, far left was born, far left is John Muir, this is John Muir, and this is William Keys. And I think John Muir and William Keys, through their artwork, they brought attention of the American people, American public, to see the beauty of the Wild West, to see the beauty of mountains, and to make action to protect the natural land. Now let's move on to another artist.